Cars 3 is the newest film from Disney Pixar and is directed by Brian Fee, and this movie once again follows Lightning McQueen, who after a terrible accident must return to his roots of racing and his love for the sport. All of this in an effort to take down the hottest new rookie in racing, Jackson Storm. Now, if I told you that I was looking forward to this film, I would be flat out lying to you. The original Cars film came out when I was a kid. I remember that movie coming out. It was a pretty big deal, and I remember the toys more than anything. And I think that's probably one of the #1 reasons why we're actually getting a Cars 3. In fact, I don't really know anybody that loves Cars 1. I think most people feel like I do and think it's just fine. And I also wasn't so confident in this film because, in my opinion, Pixar has been dropping the ball lately. And Cars 3 unfortunately continues that trend. This movie is just completely adequate at best. And I really think it boils down to the characters in this series. I personally don't really enjoy Lightning McQueen as a character. In fact, I think he's a pretty arrogant jerk. And in the first movie, he of course starts off that way, and then towards the end of the film, he learns what it means to actually have a family and friends. He learns a lot of valuable lessons. But at the beginning of this film, he's very arrogant, he's very self-centered, and it's almost like he was acting at the beginning of the first movie, and it just feels like he didn't really learn anything, and that his arc in the first movie was almost squandered. But thankfully, Tow Mater, voiced by Larry the Cable Guy, is not in this movie a lot. He definitely is in there, but I was very glad when he was not on screen because I find him to be one of the most egregious cartoon characters in the history of cinema. And I really think that's because the first film in this franchise is so okay. I don't know anybody that loves that movie that's above the age of 10. And by the time you get to a third film, when you still have these characters that I personally don't really give a crap about, you really start to feel the fatigue. Now you might be asking yourself, why do I have the Rocky collection back there? And that's because, well, Cars 3 is pretty much an amalgamation of a lot of different Rocky movies. Because in this film, there's a new character by the name of Jackson Storm, and he's this hot new rookie in this world of racing. He's got all the best tech. His training facility has this very high-tech simulator on it, and he's able to use all this technology to his advantage. And it really reminded me of Ivan Drago in that film uses steroids and uses all these fancy machines, but Rocky in that film just lifts logs and he just runs in the snow on the mountain. And it really is quite obvious to see the parallels between this film and that film. So really what you're left with is a story that you've seen before in better movies, also with better characters that you actually care about. I think a lot of people have this goodwill built up for Pixar that they're allowed to do, like The Good Dinosaur or a Cars 2 or a Brave or a Monsters University or whatever. These movies that aren't really particularly hated, but aren't loved either. So I really feel like people are just holding what they did in the past so high, rightfully so. Toy Story and The Incredibles and Finding Nemo are such amazing movies, but I think we have to hold Pixar to a higher standard because, like I said, they're not even the best animation studio at Disney right now. And it's because of that I'm not really looking forward to upcoming Pixar films like Coco. And I think I'm just upset that we have not one but 2 Cars sequels, and I am still waiting to see The Incredibles 2. Like, come on. So did you guys see Cars 3? What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you liked today's video. And if you did, click on the link down below and subscribe to my channel for more reviews and related things. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.